Okay, math 3. So we're going to do some unit 10 stuff with the rotations. This for lesson 5. Okay. Hopefully it makes sense. Remember, I was using the big sticky paper and moving it around. You're going to see me rotating my notebook. This is what you're going to be doing, what you should have been doing as I was moving my paper around. Not even going to use a compass. We're going to do a pretty good estimate just by using 2 fingers. Okay. Any 2 fingers. Make sure to stretch your hand out. Hopefully you don't hurt yourself. Don't make it too big. Don't make it too small. Okay. So let's get started. So let's do some rotations. Okay. And again, this goes with lesson 5. We have other transformations that we're doing on that one. We'll just call this problem 1. So if you have any questions tomorrow, you can tell me problem 1. I don't get what you did. Okay, so I'm going to draw a triangle looking off to the side. There's a triangle again. Make the vertices exaggerate. The thicker, the better. So you can tell these points, we're going to move them. And I'm going to just go to the left. Okay. Going to call this M-E-L. I'm going to use letters referring to you guys. Represent someone in the class. Okay. And then I'm going to say that there's another point out here. A different point around which I'm going to rotate this thing. Let's say that this one is point I. Okay. Now I'm going to switch colors and I'll do some green. Okay. So I'm going to want to rotate this, and I should write down what I want to do. I want to rotate this triangle. I'm going to go to the left, and I'm going to go 78 degrees. Okay. So I'm going to rotate this so that these two are one on top of the other. This one looks pretty straight to me. Okay. Remember that if I were to go all the way around this way, so that this pink one, if it was over here on the bottom, that'd be 180, right? If I went all the way around. Remember that if I go to the left right here, that's going to be my 90. So I'm going to sort of remember where that's at, sort of at this line. It's going to be sort of hard to do with the camera. Okay, I'm going to quickly go like right there. Okay, this was my 90, so I'm going to write down what it was. If I were to go halfway, and again, keeping your fingers stiff, but being able to curve around, this is about halfway. And I can see sort of what you guys have the advantage. You're going to be able to use 2 hands. I have to use 1 hand because I'm holding the camera in front of me. But I use my nail to sort of mark it halfway. This is my 45. Remember, from over here, we can read sideways. We want to go 78 degrees. Well, this is all the stuff before 45, smaller. So we're going to go past 45. Well, 60 would be about there. So 78 is going to be closer. I'm going to put it like right there. So I can see my nail mark right there. So that's around where I want to put it. I'm going to circle it just for emphasis. So this is 78 degrees. And that was me moving this point that way. So this is L, my new one. So my first copy, L prime. So I got one of them. Now let me rotate this back this way. I want M and L to be one on top of the other. Looks pretty good right there. So I know this is 180, right? This would be 180, flipping it that way. Well, I'm just going to go to 90. Okay, so I keep my fingers like this. If I were to go to the left, this is 90 right there. Notice where the mark is right there for my nail. This is a new 90. This is the one for the M. I'm going to put a little M there just to tell that's my 90 for the M. Okay, line myself back up. I look at the M one. Halfway for that one would be like around right there. Okay, this one is the 45, but 45 for an M. The M just for me to keep track, and in case you are being confused as I'm doing this, since I'm not doing it live for you, but you can rewind and fast forward, pause, all that kind of stuff, which is good. So again, I need to go past that 45. I'm going to swing around past 45. About 60, I think, around right here should be good. Okay, that seems like that would be a 78 for me. We could use a protractor, but it's going to take us longer to do everything. This is my new M, so I'm going to actually put the capital right there. So far I have 2 points. These two, might as well connect them. Okay, these two are going to form part of my triangle. I have one more. I need to swing the E around. The E has to go somewhere up here, I'm assuming. So line it up. Now they're straight on right there. Okay, here's my I and my E. I'm going to go to the left and swing it all the way down to the left. Let me just try it one more time. About right there. I think I see my mark way over here. Okay. 90 degrees. That's for my, what letter was it? E. Okay, E right there. Now I want to go halfway around. Again, line up what I'm rotating around and whatever point, one on top, one on the bottom. Then I'm going to go halfway around. I close my fingers a bit, getting a little bit of cramp. So way up here. This would be about halfway. And this is just for the purposes. I could have avoided drawing this one and said, okay, so I'm just going to swing it around. I know this is halfway. We'll just go a little bit more like I've been going way over there. So way up here is my other one. The letter was E. And I know that this one should connect back to the others. And it's weird drawing just based on seeing things through the screen, not on the paper, and I missed because I was talking about it. And notice they look pretty good. They look about the same size. And what I ended up doing, this point moved over that way. This one moved over that way. This one moved over that way. It seems like it's a similar section of a circle. Obviously, this is from a bigger circle, but they should all be 78 degrees. Okay, we're going to go on to number 2, and again, shifting it backwards because we can move our thing over. Our whole triangle, which was over here, I rotated it off to the side 78 degrees. Time for number 2. On number 2, we're going to have say a trapezoid. I'm going to rotate the trapezoid to the left. I'm going to pick a number closer to 180. I'm going to say 162. That's pretty close to 180. So let's draw a trapezoid. Don't draw it too big because then you're not going to have room as you're going to rotate it around. And actually, the closer to 180 it is, the easier it is. The ones that are closer to 90, those are a little bit harder. Even though it's going to take us a while to do this one because we have 4 points instead of just having 3 like with the triangle. Right here. And again, I'm going to put initials. Hopefully whoever's name I almost spelled out last time. This one, it's shorter, what we call her in class. So we have this. Okay. And then let's use the pink. The K will be over here. This is what I'm rotating around. I'm going to move all of them around. I'm going to straighten this part up because it looks weird. Okay, give or take. You don't have to have the exact shape. The main thing is, do you know how to move or what we're talking about when we're rotating this counterclockwise 160 degrees? So it's going to be like way down here. Okay, so we're going to line up all of our points. And again, you have the liberty of moving around your paper however you want. Not you writing an essay. It's you brainstorming. It's you doing some art. Okay, as you're doing some critical thinking. That's what math is, organized critical thinking. What you need in anything that you're ever going to do. So we have it over here. We should know that 180 is half of a circle, which would be you drawing it way back here, right? My fingers are not that flexible to go all the way around. But what I can do, I can put my fingers like this and then slide it, keeping my fingers nice and stiff, marking with my thumb. Let's see, what color do I want to use? I'm going to use purple now. Let me see if I can, I don't see my mark. I'm going to do it again. Oh, I see it. It's way down here. Wait, where did it go? Do it one more time. Okay. And this is going to be 180 for the I, but I don't want to go all the way around. I want to go almost. It's 162. So I want to go a little bit less than that. Sort of like, well, 170 we did in class was like a little bit like your nail over there. So we know that 90 would be right here to the left. We know it's going to be like way over here. Let's go about that far. I'll just be consistent in my estimate. If this is 162, and this is going to be my new I, so I've moved this over that much. Now let's do the Z. One on top of the other. Again, I know that 180 would be directly below. Like about right there, that's my 180. But my 180 with respect to my Z. Okay. I don't want to go as much. I'm going to peek to see how far away I'd made the other one. The other one I left off about that much. Let me see. One more time. So I'm going to put it like it's around right there. Again, we're doing a rough estimate. If you're actually doing this for something in real life, you'd use some computer software to be able to align your designs, or for a video game or something. And then this is going to be for my Z. Well, while I'm at it, might as well connect as I go. So these two connect together. I did Z, now I need to do the R, which needs to be one on top of the other with the K. R and K, so it's going to be further back. So this would be the 180 for the R. So I want to go a bit back from there. So let me see. If I had a compass, I would swing it around. I got too close. Let me let go of the pen. I'm going to go back to something like right there. And I'll put it in a little bit more. Okay. This one's going to be my new R. That was the letter I was on. And I'm missing the A, so I can connect this one to the other ones. I think it connects to that one. I won't connect this way because I'd make a triangle. I have to connect both of these to my last point, which is going to be A. Make sure I'm not missing A. Okay, so now I have A between these two. I slide down because that would be 180, swinging all the way, half circle. This is 180 with 180 degrees with an A. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit back, so we have right here. We swing it back. I can reach that one, but I'm not going to. About right there, maybe. Let's see, a little bit more, like right here, I think. This would be my Z with my 162. I apologize, I didn't write 162 on this one. This is also 162. It's not necessary, just to remind you that you're doing 162 for every one. Let's see how this one turned out. Do it look about the same size? This one looks a little bit thicker to me. So I was estimating too much with the 4 figures. But again, what I wanted to end up doing is the Z. I'm going to move it down over there. My A is going to move down over here. My I is moving over there. And my R is moving over there. Most of them seem to be semi-consistent. This I may have messed up on. Okay, but overall, I did move this trapezoid, twisted it around. I almost flipped it completely around, but I didn't get to that last spot. It would have been way over here in all the 180s, but a little bit before the 180. Okay, now we're going to do one more where the rotation point is actually part of the shape. So let's do our last supplemental problem. So number 3, we're going to again go to the left. You can go to the right, just your book uses left a lot, because this is the way that we were seeing last unit, standard angles, because the negative ones go to the right. Let's see, I'm going to want you to go 28 degrees, something acute. Okay, so let's draw a triangle, leave some space up here, because I'm going to put my triangle over here, and hopefully I move it back up here. This might take 2. First time it didn't turn out right. Okay, so let's see, so I'm going to get a triangle. Again, you should be doing this on your first try with pencil. Then later, as I was happily noticing on some people, one that comes to mind is Neftalen, was using some of her colored pens and adding some color selectively after she used her pencil. Draw our nice graphs for Unit 9. Okay, don't draw it right now, freehand. It's hard enough doing it live here and holding the camera. So in honor of my gentleman from Math 3, okay, hopefully you notice an abbreviation of your name there. And what I'm going to rotate it around, I'm going to rotate it around this point. So this point is going to be part of this original triangle, plus the one that I'm going to have when I'm going to move the whole triangle this way a bit. It's going to be like over here, that triangle that's right there. Okay, let's use our same methods. Let's line it up for ourselves so that these two are vertical to the best of our ability. We go this way, and then I'm going to shift it to the left because I'm going to use 90 degrees as my reference. You want to use one of those quadrantal angles, the 90, the 180, the 270, 360. We're using 90 because remember, our angle is small, it's 28. So let's write that down so we can remember what is this point for. Excuse my phone from glitching and being in focus for a bit. And this one was for the C. Well, let's find halfway. We don't need 90, we need closer to halfway, not even halfway. So halfway be about here. That'd be 45. So basically we're making a little makeshift protractor. Okay. You have a protractor laying around, you want to use it, go right ahead and do that. Okay. Don't need, this is about halfway. We're just gonna go with that. Okay, you can go a little bit left of halfway. That's fine. You don't want to go too much this way. That was my mistake on my take one. I went a little bit too close to the 45 and then I couldn't even make a triangle. Okay, so this would be, we're gonna say that this is 28 degrees. Let's circle it. This is my new C, so C prime. And we know that this guy is going to connect back to this one. So this is one side of the triangle. Now let's go and make FO vertical. Reference angle of 90. So I'm going to go all the way to the left, stretching it out. Again, having my finger act as a compass, trying to maintain the proper radius, the distance. So it's about right there. That looks like it's to the left of this one. Okay, so we're going to go 90, and it's to the left in the appropriate amount. It's not too far, it's not too close. Let's see if it's too far. Maybe it's too far. Oh, and it is too far because it should be right here. Good thing I checked. So not that one. That distance is too far. This one. Because again, this distance should be the same as this distance. Let's see if you believe me. Trying to keep my fingers rigid. Looks better that time. Might be slightly off. Okay, I'm not gonna fix it. So now do this one. We're gonna swing it around. Halfway is about that far. Again, this is to expose you to all those methods, like what is entailed in when you rotate something. You get that little dot with the green thing on like Microsoft Word or Docs, and you're rotating your picture a little bit. You're trying to make an Instagram post that is sort of tilted to make it more artistic than just going vertical or sideways. That's what somebody had to program that to make sure it looked right. So this is 45 for the, not for the C, for the F. These should be F's. Okay. But we don't want that. We want 28, right? So we're going to find the middle, which is about there. And that would be 22.5. That's half of 45. I want to go a little bit to the left, not too much at this distance. I'll circle it to remind myself these are the ones I'm actually dealing with. You can make a bigger dot. Your book's probably only going to have like regular dots, or maybe they put it in color. I don't know. Okay, 40, oh wait, 28. Now we have to connect it. So now I'm going to put it back to a normal orientation, up and down. Okay, so we're going to go like that. Then I'm going to connect it. Turn out a little bit skinnier, but again, we're doing an estimate, but the angle's about right. Okay, so you have this triangle over here, all the way would have been 90. Halfway would have been 45. We did it a little bit too underestimating. If we would have moved this slightly more to the left of the halfway point of the 22.5, we would have got it a little bit thicker because it got a little bit skinnier. These two should be congruent. We know in our mind that they are, but we are able to know that, okay, it moved less than 45 degrees, we would be able to pick out that it's 28. Okay. Hopefully this helps out for your lesson 5 for the rotations. I'm going to do another video for the last part of lesson 3. I think that's what a lot of the ladies who are on top of things said they wanted.